Alrighty, how is everyone doing today? And welcome to my channel. This channel is for educational purposes. We check out great theories and concepts and discoveries that you might not know about because they've been suppressed. And this channel has also been suppressed, but maybe that's because I'm admitting that I'm doing suppressed stuff, and so it's just pretty much easy for them to just say, well, if that's what he's doing, why don't you suppress that too? So maybe I'll change my theme, but the powers that be don't want you to know about this stuff because it is powerful material that can help you with your spiritual, mental, and physical health. And this is a segment we have called the Q-tip of the spear. We look at a lot of the podcasts and so on that I was able to check out in the last day or two and just recap things that I've heard. And, I've been emphasizing the idea of, full control. We're going to win. Uh, redeploy. Get out of the info war before it makes you crazy because the chaos is building and the absurdity is building, and it becomes quite maddening if you kind of stay attached to it. But it isn't for you. This is not stuff that is targeted at you. This is targeted at people that don't have a clue about what's going on right now, and they need to be kind of shocked into um, action or even attention. But you know, you can get drawn into it because some of it is so maddening. Um, and so, you might want to keep half an eye on it or something, but I wouldn't stay invested in it, or else it's gonna be a drain on you. But another major reason why redeploy, is that it's needed because as truthers and anons, participants in the info war out there, you have not done your due diligence. Um, you have, excavated the entire area of the 20th and 21st century, but you haven't gone back far enough to pull out all the psyops and the false consciousness, the false flags, and the hoaxes, and you believe in a lot of them, and you are emotionally invested in a lot of them. Everything is a psyop. It's not just for the 20th and 21st century. Everything that you believe in, if you grew up believing in it, if it was taught to you growing up, um, even if you have great memories of it and great experiences and you participated in rituals and holidays that have been edifying for you, that doesn't matter. They're still psyops, and they still need to be deconstructed. Now, if you deconstruct them and you find some things that maybe, suit your fancy, that is one thing because then you at least know what you're doing. But just to kind of assume that these things are okay because everybody else is in on it, all the other patriots believe in this, or that, oh, I have good memories of this, or it's a good doctrine, or it propagates good values. It doesn't matter. Um, the New Testament of the Bible was a psyop. It was written by the Romans, and the Romans wrote it in order to psyop the Jews. They wanted to mellow out, tame, or otherwise domesticate the Jews, who were a big pain in their side for a long time, over a century, just always revolting and insurrecting and uprising and committing terrorist attacks. And so the Romans wrote a fictional story about a Jewish Messiah who was a Prince of Peace as opposed to a military commander. one who believed in rendering unto Caesar what is Caesar's and walking the extra mile. But the point is that the Romans, even though they wrote the New Testament as a psyop, it contains a lot of very useful material, a lot of stuff that is inspiring and edifying, a lot of stuff that you can build your life around, because that's what the Romans wanted. They wanted you to be, they wanted the Jews and whoever else is, going to be reading these or listening to these, because they were originally composed as plays to be performed in front of the illiterate masses. And recall that they are in Greek, certainly not the language of the Aramaic speaking illiterate fishermen and publicans that Jesus was supposed to be, who were supposed to have written the Gospels. Um, don't know how they would have written them in Greek, but people seem to figure out a way to justify that. But the main point is that the Romans wanted you to be a good citizen. They wanted you to be a good person. They wanted you to be law abiding and hardworking and honest, because that is low maintenance for the Romans. The Romans had a huge empire with dozens, really hundreds of different tribes of people under their umbrella. And they had a manpower problem, to police all that empire. And so the Jews were a huge problem because the Jews were super high maintenance for the Romans. And so that was one of the reasons why they did this, not only this psyop, but also to create rabbinical Judaism. That was another psyop. And the difference was one was with Yohanan ben Zakkai, the rabbinical Judaism, and one was with Josephus, for the Roman, for the Nazarene or zealous Jews, the Messianic Jews. And the Romans created a number of other religions also. And so the main point is that the Romans wanted you to be a good citizen. So there is going to be a lot of valuable stuff in their psyop. And just because you see all that good stuff doesn't mean that it's not a psyop. It doesn't mean that it has poison pills that it doesn't have poison pills in it, and it doesn't mean that any of it is true. That's the main criticism, is that none of it is true. This is a fictional story. And so if you recognize it as a fictional story and you claim it as mythology, that's one thing. But if you are thinking that this really happened and that this is what you believe in, um, you're you need to do some more research, and you may be afflicted with a mental illness. Um, and a lot of it is kind of an us versus them thing. I heard a discussion the other day, and you hear the same kind of buzzwords and the same kind of information cited. All Christians will tell you that, oh, the corroborating evidence for the existence of Jesus outside of the Bible, that's Josephus and Tacitus. Everybody will cite that. Nobody has read them. Nobody, because if you read Josephus, Josephus is powerful evidence against the existence of Jesus. And it shows how big of a psyop it actually is. But Christians actually cite it as being corroborating evidence because they just cite what they've heard, but they don't check into it. Same thing with the Talmud, the Jewish Talmud. All you hear about the Jewish Talmud is you hear that, oh, this is Jesus is depicted as being in boiled excrement. you know um, well, it's not really a shot at Jesus. It's just that the people who wrote the Talmud knew that it was a psyop and knew that Jesus didn't really exist. And so that's coded within the Talmud. It's not anything personal, and it's not like an. So anyway, you know, even if it is, none of these people who are talking about this and who have cited this uh, Jesus in boiled excrement, none of them have actually read the Talmud or any part of it. They have even looked it up before. And they have kind of ideas about what's in the Talmud that is a caricature of it. You know, I'll admit, I haven't read the whole Talmud. I've at least looked at it, and read some parts of it and, know the context and so on. But I'm just saying that, you know, the people in the Patriot movement, the truthers, are doing truth a disservice with their sloganeering and their cheerleading for their particular pet beliefs. And that's another reason why you need to redeploy and get your act together. Red pill yourself a couple more times, because the red pills that you took years ago that got you started on this path, um, they've worn off, and they're no longer sufficient. You need more. You need more information. Um, okay. Thanks for tuning in today. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and contribute. And we'll see you next time on the next segment of The Q-Tip of the Spear. Have a great day.